Experiential learning to me is a methodology that our organization uses very deeply. And I relate experiential learning to adult learning, to an adult learning model. In my world, it has a tendency to be more around use of tools and techniques that would be a little alternative to a traditional training and development session. I think one of the most important components of the experiential learning is if we use the experiential learning model, in my mind, of experiencing, reflecting, talking about the situation, processing, and moving forward in the transfer piece. I think the key for me in experiential learning is the transfer piece. Is if we're not doing the transfer piece, the learning component isn't there, and it just becomes an activity and or a fun icebreaker. And so to me, the purest part of the experiential is going through the entire model, doing the deep processing around what people experienced, doing the transfer piece to how does this apply to our current worlds, whatever the design topic may be, and then getting to that application piece of how do we learn, how do we grow, how do we do something different, how do we go back personally and as an organization and create change around whatever our objectives were. In one particular case, we were working with a leadership team and we were doing some outdoor initiative challenges. And this was a group of team that had a daunting future of creating change in their organization. And as they were going through the activities, we ended with a group wall experience, an up and over wall. And this group approached this wall in a very tentative way, even though they've been together for 3 days. And it was around, I think they were nestled in fear and uncertainty of their abilities to really pull this off. And the group came together and did extremely well in the activity, struggled with it for a long time. We were probably on that wall for an hour, and they had success. The piece I think that's important about that is that activity, that experience for them became embedded in who they were. The team went on and had some great success, and I lost track of the client, came back, and it was 10 years later I encountered this team again. And the first thing when I walked into the room, the first thing they did is they pointed their fingers at me and went, "The wall." We still use it in all our leadership team meetings. It resonated with them for 10 years, their ability to come together, overcome difficult challenges, and actually take the learning they had and embed it into their behavior.